Welcome to Rosalind's Kitchen. Happy Memorial Day, everybody. And remember the people who died for us so that we can have the freedom to make stupid videos about food we make. Anyway, we are having sirloin steak with Scallion-Demi Glace. And I've already taken the opportunity to beat my steaks up so that maybe they'll be less tough. We have our green beans, we have our potatoes, we have 4 ounces of sherry wine, we have a packet of demi glaze, we have 2 butters, we have pot roast seasoning, and we have 2 rather scraggly green onions. But they're better than some of the other scraggly onions. So, first thing I had to do was start the oven at 425. Now I'm going to cut up my potatoes and put them on their pan. I've already got the water for boiling the beans going, so let's get this thing done. Alright, since I don't have a cutter that will cut exactly 1/2 inch, I'm kind of having to guess it here. So, cut up my potatoes. See? And kind of cut them lengthwise, then cut them down the middle, and cut those puppies up. And I'll be back. Alright, so my potatoes are all cut. Put some olive oil in there. Get my seasoning packet. And shake it. Says to rub in the oil and rub in the seasoning, and so that's what I do. Now, put it all on. Tray here, and then I will cook it for 10 minutes. So, now I need to cut the ends off of my beans and get them in the hot water so that they can cook. Alright, so now we're going to trim our green onions. Since it doesn't tell me I have to separate them, I'm not going to worry about that. Just get some of the bottom stuff off, like the roots. Alright. It's going to be a little bit, so maybe back. Alright, so now I am to gently stir these guys around a little bit. Give them some new position in life. And then I will put them back in the oven for another 15 minutes. So, there we go. They are stirred, not shaken, and they go back in the oven. Alright, so I've patted off my steaks, which as you can see have been well pounded. I'm putting a little pepper and a little salt. And now I put them on another paper, turn them over, and put a little bit more pepper and a little bit more salt. And now they're ready to be fried or grilled, whichever you want to call it. So, shall we move to the oven or the stove? Alright, so my pan is hot and my steaks are not. I'm going to cook them for 1 minute. And then we will turn them over. Alright, so now I'm going to take my steaks off and I'm going to let them rest for a little bit because that's what it says to do. And put it in my oven to keep warm until I'm ready to go. So I'll be right back. Alright, so now to start on my sauce, my demi thing. So I am cooking the little onions for about 1 minute. And then I will add the sherry and the demi glace. So, here's my sherry. They look pretty soft. So, there's the tear on this thing. Forget it. We'll just cut. And there's the tear on this one. Let this cook for, maybe about 2 minutes. And I'll be back. Now I add the butter. And swirl it in. And then it's time to put it all together. So, let's do that. Alright, so first, the potatoes. Then the green beans. Now, the recipe calls for me putting the steaks on top of the sauce, but but personally, I don't like that idea. So what I'm going to do is put a little bit of the sauce down here on the plate. And then I'm going to put the steak on the sauce. Or a little of the moisture on the steaks. And then I'm going to pour the bulk of the sauce on the steak. Yes, I know. I should follow the directions, but I like my sauce on my steak, not my steak sitting on my sauce. So, this is what it's supposed to look like. This is what it does look like. Now, let's see what it tastes like. Alright, so this one was a very, very good. The steak was tender. I probably cooked it a little too long, even with only cooking it 3 minutes total, but it was pretty good. Beans were perfect, potatoes were perfect, so very good overall. So everyone, I will hopefully see you tomorrow, possibly Wednesday, depending on how life goes at the clinic. Till then, have a safe and happy Memorial Day. Sayonara.